BuckeyeHuddle.com. We're still here at Withrow High School. As I said, a lot of talent here, Cincinnati. 2026 wide receiver, Chris Henry Jr. First of all, Chris, how are we doing this afternoon? How's life?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. We're real good. We're on the road here. We're covering some of the top prospects in the area here this week. Let's rewind the clock to last June. You go to the Ohio State camp. What were your expectations that day as you kind of look back on things going into that? You're still technically an 8th grader. Your freshman year hadn't started yet.
Right.
What were you hoping to get out of that experience?
I mean, I was just hoping to go there and learn as much as I can and hopefully get the offer because that's a big school for me at the time and getting that offer it really helped me with my confidence and my you feel me? And yeah.
So you were hoping for it. Was there a point in the day when you thought, oh, this could be happening? Because I think a lot of us, we were watching you, and we all thought, oh, that's a kid who is definitely going to get an offer at some point from Ohio State, but we didn't necessarily think that, Brian Hartline was going to offer an 8th grader, basically.
Right.
But you did. I mean, was there a moment where it was I think this is going to happen?
I mean, I seen Coach Hartline and them, they was really once I ran my 40, they was all the coaching staffs, they started started getting really excited and feel me, they was surprised. So I feel after I ran that, I was yeah, they see me. Yeah.
What was that moment? I'm sure you went back, you probably talked to Coach Hartline or Coach Day maybe as well.
Yes, sir.
How did they just come out and just say, hey, we're offering you? And what was that moment like for you as just such a young guy who's just trying to get your recruiting process started?
It was crazy. It was an unbelievable moment. And I was honestly just surprised that I really am this young with this type of offer. It was just crazy. It's an unbelievable experience for me.
What are your thoughts on Ohio State at this point? Is that a school you've grown up watching, or have you followed kind of maybe especially recently with their wide receiver development and just guys they put in the NFL? Just your thoughts on Ohio State and kind of what are some things maybe that have jumped out to you about that program?
Oh yeah, I liked it. It was all my visits there is felt like home. I like it there, and I like Coach Hartline, and I like how he develops receivers. And so I didn't really grow up watching Ohio State. I wasn't really into college when I was younger. I was more NFL. But I liked it. It was nice.
So you're in a kind of unique situation. I don't think a lot of guys in your class have much of a relationship with Coach Hartline yet. He generally gets involved, guys who maybe are sophomores and up, and so he's not offering a lot of freshmen.
Right.
But you've been able to build a relationship with him. We know about. We can rattle off the guys that have gone to the NFL and all that. We can do all that. But what is Coach Hartline like once you get to know him as a recruiter, just as a person? What kind of impressions have you been getting from him so far?
I mean, he's a really fun guy. He's very outgoing, and he's very welcoming, and he's a good person in general. Yeah.
You're gonna do some visits this spring at some point, whenever you get around to it. Some schools maybe you're going to visit if you can?
Ohio State they've wanted me to come up there for a long time. I just couldn't be able to make it sometimes. But I'll definitely be at Ohio State in the spring. And hopefully some more schools. I don't know yet, but hopefully, yeah.
It's so early for you. It's kind of almost silly to ask this, but it's something you're probably going to have to look at when you're doing your visits. What's important to you right now? Schools are just kind of getting to know you. You're just getting to know them. You have a long time to straighten out your decision and things like that. But what are some early things that you look for as you try and kind of sort your way through this process?
I'm looking for coaches that actually care for the kids and coaches that are for the kids and trying to help them, develop them, and of course the academics, because football only lasts so long, and just a place that just feels like home for me. Right.
By the way, verified 6'5". If you're watching, I'm not a short person. I'm feeling looking up. My neck's going to be sore. You've had the opportunity to kind of be mentored by Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Right.
He's a very important person in your life. I guess how important has he been to you? What are some things he's maybe been helpful with in terms of guiding you? Not through recruiting, whether it's just your development as a football player, whether it's your development as a person. I guess how important has he been to you, and just what are some things maybe he's been helpful with for you?
He's been real important to me. He really helped me become who I am today, and he helped me develop as a man and as a person, and he helped me grow in a lot of things. Can't even name, but yeah.
He's kind of a Cincinnati legend, So that's gotta be a cool thing to have someone like that in your life that's been through a lot of things and can maybe help you, avoid things that maybe he didn't avoid, and also do some things that he did well that allowed him to have the success.
Right.
When it comes to recruiting, I'm sure recruiting has changed a lot since he was getting recruited. Social media now and just how everything's going. But I guess how important do you view his role in terms of helping you guide through the recruiting process, and kind of is there any little bits of wisdom he's been able to kind of share with you at this point?
He kind of helped me, recognize the people who's really trying to help me, and the people who's just offering me just to offer me, But he's really been helping me with that, just to help me recognize the real, yeah.
What, obviously it's early. You have a lot to work on, as all young players do. What are some things you're really focused on? It sounds like you're going to be running track for the first time.
Yes, sir.
What are some areas of focus for you this off season? Because now you're not going to sneak up on anybody anymore. Your name's getting out there, and it's going to be kind of hard to avoid at this point. People are going to know who you are, and they're going to be getting prepared to play you and game plan for you. So with that in mind, kind of what are some things you can get better at, and it's not kind of your focal points this offseason?
This offseason, I'm going to be working on my speed and my strength, and I'm really going to be in the weight room, to get stronger. But, really just to become a more versatile player, and yeah.
Don't let Ryan give you that crap here. Come on. I guess has it been like though? I'm sure to an extent you're maybe more used to attention and spotlight just because of your name and because of some of the people in your life and things like that. But now this is going to get pretty heavy here, coming up with recruiting, with the attention on Friday nights and everything else.
All right.
I guess what's this last 12 months been like for you to kind of go from just a middle school kid to now you're this big recruit, and people are going to be talking about you and wanting your time and attention and things like that?
I kind of got used to it because of my uncle. He's whenever we're going around the Bengals or something, it would be crazy, and then they start noticing who I am, and then it's kind of just been crazy. But now I'm kind of used to it. It's honestly just normal for me now. Yeah, that's really it.
So you spent a lot of time around the Bengals. Have you talked to Joe Burrow at all?
Not yet.
Not had a chance to talk to. Okay.
I'd be talking to T. Higgins though. That's
T.
my guy.
Okay, I was gonna ask you who. So, what are you a Bengals fan?
Of course.
Okay,
Of course.
Had to check. What's that like? I guess to have those type of resources. You get to talk to T. Higgins, and he can give you little things that you can work on, and you guys are actually very similar.
Right.
That's a good comp. You're both big, tall, lanky receivers.
Right.
How cool, I guess, is that to be able to draw from that type of resource?
It's really is dope. It's cause not a lot of kids will be able to have these type of resources. It's really good. It keeps me ahead of the game. To learn more from them, cause they already been through my type of situations and they exceeded there, and it just helps me a lot.
What drives you? Because a lot of people in your situation may not have the same drive you have, whether it's, it may take for granted, being able to call Pac-Man Jones or call T. Higgins or
Right.
whatever. But you seem very grounded, driven. What is it, I guess, is there a source of that, or, what I guess kind of keeps you the way you are?
Of course, my uncle, he always pushing me to get better every day. And I push myself to get better every day because I want to be the best in not only my class, I want to be best in the nation. So, like, I want to keep grinding, keep getting better. And, like, yeah, that's what drives me.
Well, we look forward to following you here the next few years. You're off to a great start. We appreciate you doing this.
Yes, sir.
Good luck here on your upcoming visits and track and everything else you got going on.
Thank you.
And we'll be catching up with you soon again. But thanks a lot, Chris.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.